It's another video from Ozzy's Robot. Brought to you by the Banana Collection.
All right, everyone, welcome back, and thank you for joining me, as always, on this exhausted video. I've been here, geez, it seems like 8 hours going through inventory, doing stuff, making videos on the floor, like my upgrade video. And I decided before I put this away, in sheer exhaustion, because I had to pull out tons of stuff to get to this box. This was another one that I bought. I don't even know if you call it an upgrade. I had a second gang, and I just said, you know what? I wanted to complete the set. Let me try to get the camera in a better position. I had to push this table all the way into the corner, and I can't even reach to get the box. But anyway, I don't think I've done a proper video of the non-stop robot by Masudaya, lovingly referred to as the Lavender robot, for obvious reasons. So before we get rolling, get comfortable, my friends. Grab that steaming cup of coffee or tea, if that's what you're doing right now and it's morning, and stir it a little bit. Maybe you'll clank the cup, add some sugar and cream, and lighten it just a tad. Or maybe, you know, it's the evening or lunch and you're having, I don't know, what would be a good lunch? Maybe you're at Panera's and you're having one of those Frontiga sandwiches. I actually like that sandwich. I've got addicted to Panera's Frontega, however the hell they pronounce it. And their broccoli cheddar is pretty good. A lot of calories, but it's damn good. And so that's sometimes what I do. It's actually across the street here. So I can just kind of like cross the 4-lane A1A, and I literally just walk across there and grab it. So I'm tired to even hold the can. Like, I can position it like this, but I'm even tired enough to do that. I'm going to have to lean over and grab the box. But anyway, if you're comfortable now and you're ensconced in your chair and the screen's all looking pretty and adjusted and you're focused, let's look at this cool ass toy, starting with this box that I gotta walk all the way over there. This is my favorite box, I think, of the gang. Well, no, yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it's, I don't know. They're all cool. They are all cool. But first of all, we got this. Now let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, now I can zoom out. And it starts off with this lovely rocket here. And here is, oh no, it's a trademark's on the other side. Here's the rocket with its red fins. And this robot looks like he's 20 feet tall. And these guys, we always wonder, there they are, clanking their freaking coffee, just like we do, and stirring it. This guy is actually having it black, it looks like. And we don't know what this professor and little Johnny is doing over there. They're just waving at and the robot looks like he's waving at them too. And you know what? As you can see by the fin there, they're in the same kind of rocket. So they're in this kind of rocket. So they've obviously colonized a planet, and they're happy as pie because they don't have a helmet on, they're breathing. And by the way, here's your Masudaya logo. And they're having a grand old time. And there's another planet in the distance. They're like, you know what? We left behind the psychos of Earth. We left behind TikTok and Twitter and all that weird stuff we used to see. And we're so glad we did. You know, now we're enjoying our lovely planet. Look how big this box is, man. This thing is huge. So anyway, one thing about this robot that I absolutely treasure is the fact that he is that 50s lavender color. You know, the tealy blue, the lavenders. They used to make their bathrooms in this color. Anyway, here is the side panel. Tells you, switch it on. And the end panel, man, this kid is loving life. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Jimmy Sparks, you know. It's like his robot. And he's like, I'll do what I want with my robot. So this box was actually a slight upgrade from my own box. So in other words, when I got this particular robot, not only did I complete a second gang of 4, but, it gave me a little bit better box. So, it was worth it. There we go. This is the guardrails here. And here is the robot. Now, I looked at the robots closely, but my robot was better. So there was no need to try and swap the robot. It's about as good as you can get. The only thing about the other robot, though, is it had the on-off lithography on top, which actually matches the switch. There is a lower switch variety, so obviously they lithographed the panels in different ways. So it's kind of interesting. Sometimes if you're collecting every nuanced variation, it's kind of cool. And the font on the upper was a little different. Man, I wish I would have, I'm so friggin' tired right now. This is like my lowest energy video in a while, but if I hadn't repacked it, I would show you them side by side for those psychotics like me that would say, hey, can I see what the litho looks like up top there? But I have, you know what? I think I took a picture of it. So you know what? Let's pause because this is my splice moment. I'm going to splice in a picture, and in 3, 2, 1, you can look at the litho on the top. Now I'll say 3, 2, 1, splice. Okay, you saw the litho on top, so the variation. Hopefully, if I did that correctly, who the heck knows? I have no idea. Anyway, when I got to this toy, which I haven't ran in, I don't know, like 7 years, 10 years. I think I did a short on this, maybe 10 years. So if you ever find my short, that's or just like a very quick video. It had to be 7, 8 years. So it didn't do anything. It didn't turn on, no lights, no power. But I gave it the old pop, 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 tap, 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 tap. And it fired up. Whew, thank God. And anyway, what makes this this and Machine Man, and I think those are the only two with this beautiful, like they call it the Picasso abstract lithography, because it doesn't look just like a normal machine. It's very abstract interpretation of machine. Gears, pistons, wires. And I have to tell you, if you gave me a painting of this, man, would I love to just hang it up. A painting of this with the rivets, that whole panel would be just friggin' awesome. But, beyond that, you have this like oscilloscope looking thing on the lower panel. And then you have more riveted panels here. And just the friggin' octagon head is absolutely beautiful. I love this pink color. I don't know what it is about it on this row, but it works for me. Maybe for some of you, you don't like it. And then you have more of this abstract lithography here. It looks like more pistons and gears. And his arms move via just forward momentum, by the way. There's no mechanical linkage that I remember. I better look to make sure. We have the washers. Maybe there is some kind of... now, I don't think so. Maybe John will correct me. Maybe there is some kind of linkage. But I think the rubber grommet thing dries up after a while, so you're not going to get much adhesion if you're counting on a mechanical linkage in between there. But if nothing else, it keeps it from rubbing into the body, too. You need that spacer. Anyway, so you have this cool grill mouth, these cool eyes, this awesome... Is it? Well, it's not really octagon, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you call a 6-sided figure? You're gonna have to. The geometry majors over here are gonna have to explain that to me. Here's your lithograph trademark made in Japan logo by Masudaya, and look at this. I love the machinery details on this toy. It is so freaking cool. And again, you got boop 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 boom. Now, on the back, they did absolutely nothing, which is all right. And for some reason, it looks like bricks. It looks like subway tiles in your kitchen or bathroom. But that's okay, because, it's cool. Now, it's not meant to be bricks. That's just my interpretation of it. So overall, very, very cool. And I'm going to set him back. And see, he may not even come on now, because I've been messing with him. And he might say, you know what, I'm older than you are, buddy. So I'm not going to cooperate. But let's turn him on and see. Maybe he'll fall off the table to the left. He can't fall off to my right. But let's see. He's bump and go, obviously. He may not fall off, but he's going to like knock that box off probably. No, you don't. You know, he's such a soft bump and goer, you know, like he just barely taps it. Like some of my toys, they slam into obstacles, man. Like they're going to break both the obstacle and themselves. But he's a little more genteel, thankfully. I don't know how long I'll take a chance on running him before that light might burn out. So let's get a close-up of the lights. Boing, boing. Countdown, and I'll give him 6 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, boink. All right. Woo-wee. Get rid of my guardrails now so it looks a little nicer. And that, my friends, is your non-stop robot by Masudaya. One of the gang of 5s and possibly the most affordable member. So I would always say if you're into like building a collection, I've seen these sometimes go as cheap as like $2,500 to $3,500, which it's not cheap, but and it's not common. I mean, sometimes they'll go four to five loose. But if you have an opportunity to pick one of these up, even if it's not perfect, this is just something that looks so spectacular on your shelf. You'll be glad that you did. I would, in fact, like if you're going to spend that low 4-figure range, this would be something I might even want to like save up for, you know, if you're so inclined to do. That's just my opinion. This would definitely be on the top of my list if I'm building that mid-tier collection. So with that, listen, thank you very much for joining me. If you like the Gang of 5 robots, if you like tin robots in general, if you like the sound of my strange voice, if you like vintage toys from Japan, if you like any of the other odd things that I show on this channel, or the live streams that I started to do, you know what you can do? You could thumb up this video and subscribe if you're not already done so, and share it on other social media. That would also be very much appreciated. With that, thank you again for your time, and I, my friends, will talk to you probably later. See ya.